Hi guys, I am Namrata. It's a new day and I am back with another video for you. So, a couple of weeks back, I was talking to someone and I was just discussing my problems with them and I was just telling them कि ये हो रहा है and then I'm doing this and this to solve it. But उसका ये outcome नहीं आ रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा. So he stopped me and he said, wait, first take a deep breath. And then he quoted Einstein to me and he said, a problem cannot be solved with the same level of consciousness with which it was created. And तब मेरे को realize हुआ that कोई भी चीज़ को solve करने के लिए I need to know more than I knew before or at that time. And यहाँ पे I'm going to try to link a concept which is very similar to Johari window, where there are 4 quadrants. One is things that you know that you know. Suppose you know that you are a good cook. आपको पता है कि आपको खाना अच्छे से बनाना आता है. So that's good, right? That's fine. Second is things that you know that you don't know. मतलब you know that you cannot drive or you cannot ride a bicycle or you cannot swim. तो आपको पता है कि आपको नहीं आता है and you're okay with it. And at any time you can choose to change that. That's fine. The third is things that you don't know, you know. So for example, आप किसी पार्टी में गए and there's music playing and then suddenly you start dancing. And then you realize, oh, I know how to dance. So that's a surprise and that's a good luck कि आपको वो पता चला. And then maybe you can hone on it in future and you can use it to your benefit. Right? That's fine as well. Fourth. And this one is the most, dangerous you can say. It's the things that you don't know that you don't know. आपको पता ही नहीं है कि आपको वो नहीं आता है. Like you don't even know that something like that exists in the world. Suppose if you have some kind of ailment and you don't even know that there is a medicine that is there for it. तो आप वो problem के साथ suffer करते जा रहे हो without even using that solution. और क्यों use नहीं कर रहे? Because आपको पता ही नहीं है कि solution already exists. So it's like that, and this one is the most dangerous because we can spend our entire lifetime not knowing what we don't even know. And that is where knowledge comes into play. Knowledge actually is power. We spend our entire lives, or a quarter of our lives trying to get degrees, going to colleges after colleges, doing courses after courses, getting that degree, this degree, so that we can get the perfect job. But we never spend any time trying to get knowledge regarding our life. हम लोग job में क्या करते हैं? We get to learn the skills so that we can solve a problem. We get to learn problem solving skills. And हम लोग उससे अपने technical skills से office के problems ये वो work solve करते हैं. But we never even thought of learning skills which can help you solve problems in real life. So learning life skills or skills which can help you solve life problems is also equally or sometimes even more important than getting to learn technical skills which we learn in a college or school. And today in this video I wanted to share with you 4 tips with which you can learn those skills or you can increase your knowledge or you can up your level so that आप life के problems को solve करने के लिए better equipped हो. Okay, so the first tip, way to increase your knowledge is to firstly talk to people. I mean, this sounds very simple, right? Talk to people, क्या है ये? But I'll tell you, हम लोग जब भी like especially the way I used to be, whenever I used to have any problem, I used to try to solve that problem on my own. Like मैं अपने room में बैठ के laptop में बैठ के उसके बारे में research कर रही हूँ and then I'm spending weeks and weeks doing trial and error and then I'm trying to solve that problem because I used to be scared. Oh my God, if I ask this question to someone, कोई मेरे को judge करेगा या बोलेगा, oh तुमसे ये solve नहीं हो रहा. Then recently I started to shift that pattern or shift that mindset. I said, let people think that I'm crazy. This is the most simple thing but it is also the most difficult for a lot of us. We are scared to ask for help. So the first thing is to ask for help. Talk to people. Just so important. Like, and यहाँ पे I'm going to, oftentimes, a lot of times, like since I have started to shift my mindset, I started realizing that people actually do want to help. Not everyone is out there to get you. All you need to do is ask. Take the first step. If you don't ask, it will never be given. Like Dumbledore always said, ask and it shall be given. But you need to ask because you have a free will. And यहाँ पे I'm going to share a small disclaimer. कि whenever you're asking or you're talking to someone about your problems, make sure that you're talking to someone or asking someone who has more experience than you in that area. जिस भी चीज़ के बारे में आप कोई प्रॉब्लम का सल्यूशन चाह रहे हो, that person should have more knowledge and more experience in that field. And why I say this is because experience is the biggest teacher in this world, and उनके पास वो चीज़ है. So asking someone who doesn't have the experience in that area or is not an expert can sometimes backfire, and कभी-कभी आपको उससे correct solution नहीं मिलेगा, or maybe the solution which you will get will be not practically applicable. So asking someone who has experience or is an expert can help you to get practical solutions which you can easily apply right then and there and get a solution. So instead of wasting years and years or months and months over something, trial and error, कोशिश कर के गिर के सीखने से better है. Sometimes if you're stuck with something for a long time, then it's better to ask someone for help and solve it easily. Second is to read. By reading, I mean non-fiction. Non-fiction maybe, and the reason I say reading is because, I heard somewhere that a book written by someone is the complete summary of all of their life experiences and what they have learned from it. So if you read a book written by someone, उसने जो भी चीज़ अपने लाइफ में फेस किया, उसको कैसे उसने सॉल्व किया, वो सब कुछ उसने लिखा है in that book for you to read. And sometimes, a lot of times मेरे साथ ये होता है, like when I'm reading the book and the author quotes an example, and that example happens to be the problem that I'm facing. So that's like a surprise. I'm reading the book, I'm seeing my problem written over there, and then he goes on to explain the solution, and मेरे को पता चलता है, oh, मैं तो problem solve हो गया. This is the way I can solve it. He gives me the blueprint. He or she gives me the blueprint to solve it. So reading books is like a really good idea. I don't mean to say कि आप एकदम bookish कीड़ा बन जाओ, but it is a good habit to read books from time to time. And I was planning to do a separate video on this, on which books to read, which of the books that I have written. Which books I have read so far. And let me know if you think that's a good idea in the comments below. And the third tip is to listen or watch things which are done by people who inspire you or who have done well in their field of life or field of work. For example, if there's an actor you like, or if you like sports, then whichever is your favorite sports person, उस person के videos, उसके interviews सुनने से you get to know a lot about how they handle life. Like any person who is successful, every person who is successful has had a difficult past. Like they have handled a lot of challenges and they faced a lot of struggle to become that person. And बहुत बार ऐसे होता है कि when you listen to someone that you really like or look up to, and then they talk about their problems and how they solve their problems, it gives you a lot of inspiration and motivation that if they can do it, you can do it as well. And sometimes that, switches our brain and we think, I want to be like them. So I'm going to try to solve that problem like them. And it helps a lot. And it's made movies like not just normal movies but 3D animation films and biopics. ये सब बहुत instrumental होते हैं, and like you should not just watch them once. should keep, like, if there is a person that you really like, uski videos aapko baar dikhne chahiye. Each time you're feeling low, you should watch their videos, because repetition really helps us to remember. Like, हम लोग बोलते हैं कि हम लोग ये वीडियो देख तो लेते हैं बट प्रॉब्लम के टाइम पे याद नहीं आता, बट इफ यू कीप वॉचिंग दैम ऑन योर गुड डेज, then you are going to remember them on your bad days. And it happens. You watch it so many times that it becomes like a voice in your head, and then when next time kuch problem hota hai, suddenly in the back of your head that thing, small voice will be saying wo jo cheez aapne suna tha us video mein, and that is really helpful. Okay, and the last tip over here is to get some spiritual knowledge. जब भी कोई प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे होते हैं ना, if you get some spiritual knowledge, then you will definitely be much better equipped to handle that problem. And अगर आप किसी भी को भी देखोगे, like in the previous tip which I gave, in which you have to listen to people, all of these people, without exception, are forming some kind of spiritual practice. It doesn't mean that वो लोग कोई strict कुछ follow कर रहे हैं, but they are in some way or the other connected to spirituality. And if you listen to their speeches, you will realize that this fact is true, that they are some way or the other connected to a spiritual source for spiritual knowledge, and which helps them to do life in a different way and gives them a different perspective of the problem. And कई बार when you think about a problem from a spiritual manner, उसका solution इतना easy होता है कि वो problem तुरंत जा सकता है. And spirituality is a concept, or is a topic which is very, very close to my heart. So I can go on and on and on about it. So let me know if you would like to hear my take on spirituality, and I would love to do a separate video, and I'm thinking of doing a separate video on this. Let me know if you think it's a good idea. Please tell me in the comments below. Okay guys, so before this video gets too long, I am going to stop it here, and I'm going to summarize whatever I said so far. So I started by saying that कोई भी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए you need to know more than you knew before. And उस नॉलेज को कैसे इंक्रीज करना है, उसके लिए I shared 4 tips. First was to talk to people who are experts or have a lot of experience in that field. Second was to read non-fiction books. Third was to listen to people who inspire you or have done very well in their lives. And the last was to look at the problem from a spiritual angle, or get some spiritual knowledge, increase your knowledge in spirituality, or get connected to the world of spirituality. And guys, if you follow these tips, or any one of them even, you will start to see changes. And at least for me, I did all of these things. I am still doing all of these things, and I am noticing changes every day, because each day when I'm doing these things, I'm getting some new knowledge, something new I am learning each and every single day. So the idea has to be that you learn something new each and every single day. And that is something that I have promised myself as well, that I will try to learn something new each and every single day, because a brain which is not put to use is a devil's workshop. Okay, so I am again going to end with a quote like each time. And this one is a beautiful, amazing quote by Adil Ahmed, and I really love this. It says, "You are going to be telling a different story very soon. A story of how miracles found you. A success story filled with so much inspiration, and you will give so much hope to so many people when they see how much you overcame and still came out on top. Your life is a movie." Okay, so I am going to see you in the next video very soon. Until then, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you think this video can help someone, make sure to share it with them. And if you would like to see more videos from me, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And until then, bye!